Hey folks, Easy Jeezy here. We're finally out in the garage, and I know most of my audience are not children, so I'm not going to go through how to fix a flat tire on a bicycle inner tube. I don't patch things anymore, I just replace them with new. I did want to do something to upgrade the resistance to flat tires. What I found in this tire were some what we call here goat heads from a Russian thistle, and like I said, I had that speedometer on here for 300 miles, never had a flat tire with it, and I thought being up there that time of the year on an established trail, and I didn't see very many Russian thistle around there, so I don't think I got them there. I think what happened is I had picked them up during the summer between the lugs on this tire tread, because I got this out of the dumpster, and I was shocked at the price of like a thorn-proof tire was like, I don't know, 12, 15, 20 bucks, I don't know. So I only bought one of them, put that in the back, spent the $2.99 for the front tire, but it never gave me any trouble. What happened, I think, is getting up there in that soft mud, instead of riding on the bike paths and pavement on the tops of the treads, it was pushing down inside, and it went ahead and pushed those thorns into the tire. And I found two that I could feel with my hand that were in the tire itself. Then I went around looking on the outside, and I couldn't feel them on the inside, but they were sticking up on the outside. So this is what I came up with. I went to a bike shop, and I said, what else have you got for thorn protection? So what I did is I bought one of these liners. I don't know if you can see that very well from here. Here you go. That's what I got. That heavy-duty thorn-proof tube is working in the back, so I'm not going to mess with it at this time. But I probably was out of the shot there. You just set this inside your tire, between the tube and the tire, and it's supposedly layered. It's very pliable. But I think, you know, we used to do all kinds of stuff when we were kids. You could take a belt, an old leather belt, get your father's old leather belt, the one he beats you with, and hide it in the tire. The best thing to do. I don't like the slime. I never liked that stuff at all. I think I tried it once a long time ago, but I like to, when I'm done with my tires, cut them up into little loops and use them for rubber bands, Ranger bands, and things like that. So anyhow, I got quite the education and put it all back together, and I wanted to see why it wasn't shifting properly, and we'll get to that in just a second. I did find something for my old motocross helmet that might just work. This was in my stuff for a pair of binoculars, and I'm going to try doing the camera mount on this visor. It's pretty cold today. I wish it was a little cooler the other day when we were out riding. But basically what this was, it just clamps on your window, and you can put your, not just a pair of binoculars necessarily, you can put a camera, binoculars, but it was for a telescope, more like a spotting scope. So I'm going to try it for the camera. That should work out pretty good, I hope. We'll see. It has more of a downward, it doesn't articulate completely. Let me take it off the stand here and I'll show you something else I found. What happened is I bent the crank set, and I don't know if it was bent, and I don't know if it shows up there, but it has a little bit of a wobble to it. I might be able to bend it back, but in my opinion, if I'm strong enough to power through this thing in the mud and bend that crank, it's probably, well, it is what it is, and it's cheap. Everything about it is cheap. But at any rate, I got another bike, and I'm going to get that down, and maybe we'll do a quick comparison. You guys have seen it before, I'm sure. But I had this other mountain bike up here. I just didn't want to grab it because I had the Lightning in here, and I was kind of in a hurry to get off. I got cobwebs going up to the ceiling here. This thing's hasn't been used in a while. But this has the old style rock shock. And back in those days, in '96, that doesn't seem very old to me, because all of my stuff is old. But this was my old weapon of choice, and it's going back in service. Matter of fact, it feels like it's still... Oh yeah, man, it's got... this is going to be my solution. I'm just going to go ahead and put this back in service. I was using it on bike paths, and I got a less aggressive mountain bike tire. It won't hold on to the mud as much as this more aggressive, wider, deeper lug tire will. So maybe it won't build up like it was on the other bike. And what they used to use, this has got little pieces of foam, and you would get like a package, and they had different colors of foam, and you picked the right foam for your body weight to get it to ride nice. And they don't make that stuff anymore, of course. I bought this bike brand new, and it has some really good components on it, and I think it's tough. It's chromoly steel. I think that crankset's good. It was top of the line in its day, and you can see I had the tire pump with me. I had a little tool kit with me. I just didn't want to go back there and grab all that. I had a different steering head put on. Boy, I love the way these guys weld. I don't know where that stuff is made, but it's just gorgeous. So that's where we're at with the bike stuff. Anyhow, I want to try that helmet cam. So I'm going to put you on there. I'll turn you off for a little bit, and I'm going to mount you on the helmet, and let's try it out here in front of the house and see what happens. Hey. I must confess, I was trying to set things up in there. I did get the other mountain bike down, and when I saw my unicycle from days of yore, of course I had to see if I could still ride it, and occasionally I do get on it and ride it. I knew you guys wouldn't believe it if if you didn't see it, and I'm kind of curious if I can still do it again. So you do. It's not like riding a bicycle. It's kind of tricky. So let's see if the old man can do it. Yeah, I kind of lost the knack there. I was up a little bit, but I don't want to push it. Anyhow, yeah, I can ride it. Done it for years. but today ain't gonna happen. I should have put knee pads on too. It kind of hurt. Anyhow, enough clowning around. I'm good. Everything's fine. Life is good. Supposed to get some snow today, so I wanted to hurry up and get the antics done. And I've been getting better about posting stuff up there. Hit a few days in a row. Wanted to keep the trend going, because if the weather turns bad, I'll probably go back to work on stuff in the house. It's not like riding a bike where you jump back on and just do it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. I think I solved the problem. By removing some material. Oh. Man. Got some real funny pains on my chest while I was doing that. Well, anyhow, the story is I got that unicycle for 20 bucks brand new when I was in junior high school, and there was a whole bunch of us in our neighborhood that all went and got them. This guy had a garage full of them in the cardboard boxes. He had moved from England over to Colorado, and they had a unicycle club, and they wanted to buy unicycles cheap, so they, in order to get a production run, they had to buy like 100, I guess. So he had the leftovers in his garage, and he was selling them for 20 bucks a piece. And we all, a whole bunch of us, we used to play basketball on them. We would run around the neighborhood. We would go quite a long ways on those things without giving up. So yeah, I put my safety gear on, I put the helmet on, and I'll have to go in the house and see how that helmet cam works. We are going to put the Gary Fisher back in service and see how that does on those trails. I'm pooped. I'm going to go inside. I took it out of me. I better quit on my head. We'll try it again another time. I used to have this thing mastered pretty well, but not today. So, anyhow, you have yourself a good one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subbing. Easy cheesy out. Do it while you're young. Sucks getting old.